Welcome to Norto's podcast. This is Ben, this is Dan. We're going to talk about the latest episode of Ascendant Kingdoms. The episode came out Monday.
Yeah, so we just both recently watched the episode 5 of A Night of Seven Kingdoms, and a fair bit happened. So this will kind of be more of a spoiler episode, won't it, Ben?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll kind of start a little bit. So if you don't like spoilers, don't watch this video. If you want spoilers, come and watch this, because we're going to talk a little bit about it, maybe theories of what's happening and where they're going to go to episode 6. But so give us a little update, Ben. So in episode 4, or particularly episode 3, what happens at the very end of episode 3?
I think the king breaks the girl's fingers.
Yeah. So the Prince Aryan, because there was this in the show. So Duncan really likes this puppeteer girl, and she does lots of puppet stuff with the Targaryen dragons and all that, because it's the age where the dragons don't exist in Game of Thrones, because they're all just been wiped out. But they do this puppet show, and this girl, Sir Duncan really likes. And what ends up happening is, like, one of the Targaryens, Prince Aryan, it was his name, he ends up going and breaking the girl's fingers. And it's pretty gruesome, isn't it? Like,
yeah.
It's pretty, really breaks her fingers really good. But Prince Duncan obviously not having that, and Egg basically told him about it, so then he basically just stormed them and just mauled Prince Aryan. And then as they were about to bust his head on the wooden thing, what was it? Egg. What did Egg do?
He said...
What did he do? Because we didn't know who he was.
Yeah.
We just thought he was like this boy that was named Egg. But who does he turn out to be then?
It's his brother.
So yeah, it turns out to be his brother. Prince Aryan's brother, and he turns out to be, just like he's royalty. So basically, he told them to not do it because it was a command, and yeah. But that leads to episode 4, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And what happens in episode 4, Ben? So where does Duncan? So first of all, Duncan starts talking to all the Targaryens, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And they're not too happy that he punched out Prince Aryan. And what did they? So they gave him a choice. So Duncan asked, what did he request?
Sent a fight.
Yeah, so trial by combat.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Prince Aryan wasn't having that, because I think when you go back to Game of Thrones, when we watched Game of Thrones, if you demanded a trial by combat, you could choose a champion. Whereas back in this time, trial by combat, if you declared trial by combat, you had to be the fighter. So Duncan was willing to fight the accuser, which is Prince Aryan, and Prince Aryan wasn't having that, because I think he'd get his ass kicked.
Yeah.
Because Duncan's pretty big, and he showed you he manhandled Prince Aryan.
Yeah.
So Prince Aryan declares he wants to do a trial of 7, which means he gets 7 nights, and Duncan has to then find 7 nights. Yeah. So that gets a bit complicated, doesn't it, Ben?
Yeah, a bit confusing.
Yeah. So what's your thoughts about that? Like, why do you think he really wanted to do a trial of 7? Do you think there was an ulterior motive, or do you think it's just because he didn't want to fight him?
Just didn't like him, what he did to his girlfriend.
Yeah. Well, it was not his girlfriend. I think it's a girl he liked.
Yeah.
But it's funny. Then they have to go get 7 nights. So that's a bit hard, because Duncan now has to go find 7 people. Does he find 7 people easy, Ben, or does he struggle?
Struggle a bit, but he finds some strong men, but one is a bit... If you watch Pirates of the Caribbean, he got that character a bit dumb and silly.
Oh yeah, so he ends up so Lionel, the Baratheon, ends up going onto Duncan's side. He gets some other people who just don't like the Targaryens because in this series the Targaryens are kind of looked down upon. People are just sick of them, so that they don't. He doesn't struggle too much.
No.
It's just at the very end, like I think because there was one guy who basically said, "I can find you 5 guys easy," and he does do that. But then, what does he do in the end? That guy.
Well, the uncle said, "I'll join."
Yeah, so the uncle Prince Baelor Targaryen ends up joining Duncan's side because I probably just doesn't like Prince Aerion, thinks he's a little prick, and joins Duncan's side because he sees that Duncan's just a nice, wholehearted person.
Yeah.
But what does happen before that is the guy that was helping Duncan get people, they turned it. What did they do? He ended up changing his mind and joining the Targaryens in the other side. So then his brother, who was his squire, asked to be made a knight, and Sir Lionel makes him a knight, which means that Duncan has 6. But when you watch the episode, you don't know if Duncan can get the final person. He calls out to people and says, like, "Is there any good-hearted knights that will join my fight?" And then that's when Prince Baelor comes in and basically, announces he's going to fight for Duncan.
Well, the thing doesn't make sense in the series. One guy gets up and farts.
Oh, yeah, I think that was supposed to be just comedic. I mean, it was supposed to be silly. I don't think that was supposed to be anything. Because I was like thinking, when I looked at him, I'm like, he's not a knight. He's just some fat guy that just got up and it was supposed to be a comedy segment. But anyway, so that was episode 4. But moving to episode 5, basically they've got 6v6. But now it's kind of like, what do you think? So so tell me about, just outline the episode 5. What is the beginning of it?
Like a crash. He gets knocked out and he gets passed out and there's a flashback about him when he was little with his friends. Yeah, so one thing we would say is like, if you really want to see the fight, just wait. Let's just finish talking. I don't know, I think we're contesting a noise. So one of the things that does happen is, they do a fair bit of flashback in this episode. So if you really don't like that, and I got a bit frustrated with it because I thought you just built up this really awesome battle moment, but you're going to spend time doing a flashback, and I think it went way too long, personally, myself. Yeah. What about you? What did you think of it? They could have just... I reckon they should just keep on with the battle. In my opinion, they should left the flashback for an extra episode. Yeah, I think, Ben, if they just extended the episode slightly and just trickle the flashbacks in between the other episodes, I think that would have worked fine. This episode was a bit short. I think they should have put it a bit longer. Yeah. It feels a bit short, this episode. I agree. I think if you're going to do a flashback, you should make it a slightly bit longer to tell your story. And it's okay to tell Duncan's story, but I think you need to properly give it time to actually, what I think is, it just should have been, it shouldn't have taken, I think it took 15 minutes of the runtime just to tell the backstory. And it's we should have got this in the other episodes in between segments and stuff like that. It would have made the episode slightly longer, but it would have fixed that pacing issue. Yeah. Because I think the only thing you could have had was basically Duncan follows the guy and then the guy says, "Get up." That was a good moment because then it cuts really well back to the fight. But what happens to Duncan in this fight, Ben? He gets stabbed and a lot is hurt, but he never gives up. He gets back up. It was pretty much like a Rocky movie.
So if you ever seen the Rocky 1 or 2, like, or even any of the Rocky movies, like, he takes an ungodly amount of punishment.
And egg cheese him on and...
Yeah. Well, because the first thing that happens to Duncan is he gets stabbed with the lance in the side, and
he pulls it out.
Yeah, but then he instantly gets smacked with the mace in the helmet. Like, that helmet saved his life, I think.
Yeah.
Like, it saved his life. Like, just the amount of punishment he took, but it saved him. And yeah, he got bashed a fair bit by this Targaryen kid. But, like, he did not give up, eh?
And the uncle, what happened?
Well, yeah, so the only thing I would say, Ben, the only thing I could say is, like, when we watched it, like, it was just a lot about Duncan. It focused on Duncan and his fighting, and it kind of just showed little bits and pieces. And I think...
They should have showed more.
Yeah, you should have shown Lionel doing his thing. You should have shown the other guy that joined Duncan's side fighting. They show little bits and pieces in the background, but they don't show a whole lot. Like, they show Sir Lionel falling off his horse. They show, I think, some, like, the Targaryen guy that on Duncan's side, the Prince Baelor, show him get smacked with the mace. But otherwise, they don't show much of anything else.
No.
It really focuses on, like, Duncan and Prince Aerion, but pretty much, like, Duncan just gets bashed up, but then, like, just throws Aerion on his back and then just smashes him with the shield and then punches him out, rips his helmet off and punches him until he gives up, and then...
He looked scared.
Oh, yeah, he was going to die. Duncan would have killed him, I think, if he let him. He should have.
He
Should have just killed him, but I kept saying when I was watching the episode, he should have just done the mountain, grabbed his eyes and just squashed his head like a melon. But that's the other thing I'll say about this, Ben. How gruesome is this episode?
Yeah.
Like, one of the girls that Duncan likes in the flashback, she gets her throat slit, and it's very gruesome. It really shows the detail of what they did, and it really makes you think, oh man, this is, like, more gruesome than I anticipated. But
that's why I think he likes the pirate.
Yeah, because she looks similar, I reckon.
Yeah, similar to...
Yeah. But yeah, the episode ends with Duncan winning. Prince Baelor needs help getting his helmet off, and as he's taking his helmet off, the smithy looks at him a bit like, oh no, and then he touches the back of his head, and he has, like, this massive hole in his head where I think he's been hit with a mace, and I think and then it pretty much just falls down and dies.
Sadly.
Yeah. Well, he didn't really know Duncan very well, but
No.
he kind of respected Duncan being just a knight.
Yeah.
And yeah. So what do you think is going to go from there? You think?
I reckon, because next episode's going to be an aftermath, I don't think there's going to be any death. Well, I reckon there will be one death or two. Like, with the brother.
Yeah, because it's funny because pretty much what was it? Duncan wanted to be his knight. Once he saw Baelor, like, kind of help him, he wanted to be his guy, his right hand man.
Because I saw the trailer for the next episode, and someone had a knife behind his back, and I don't know who it was.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think someone's a rat.
Ooh, interesting.
That's what I'm thinking.
Well, I don't think...
A theory.
Yeah. No, that's okay, yeah. Like, I wonder who holds the knife then.
I'm keen for the next episode.
Yeah. Well, Aerion, I think if he's butthurt about losing to Duncan, I think he would want to kill Duncan. If he's going to do it, he'd probably try and find a way to kill Duncan.
Yeah.
And I hope that Aerion gets what he deserves because he's a little prick. And
I think Egg will save him.
Maybe, yeah. Well, Egg played a good part in just being the cheer squad for Duncan.
Yeah.
But the only thing I would have liked to see more is Duncan being like the one thing I loved about it was he's an underdog in this fight. They made him to be the underdog because he was scared to go on the horse because I knew he wasn't going to be very good at the jousting and the lancing. But I knew that he'd be good with a sword, and he was. He was really strong with his strikes. Like, the Prince guy, Arian, was scared of him.
So, like, at first, they should have put him down on the ground, not with a horse.
Yeah. But I think that's not how it worked. Because everyone's kind of on their horses, and then they just jump off.
Yeah.
Yeah. And get their weapons out. Because they go lance, and then, yeah.
I know the bad guy's evil, but his armour looks bloody awesome.
Yeah.
It looks bad.
Oh, the helmet's so cool. That dragon helmet, one of the coolest things ever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, is there anything else we want to say, or anything that we might have missed?
I think that's it. I'll catch you up for the update next week.
Yeah, we might do another episode next week of talking a bit about the finale and just did it end well? Overall, what do we think of the show? And maybe let us know in the comments section below if you guys liked it. Hit that like button. Don't forget to let us know in the comment section below what you thought of Night of Seven Kingdoms episode. I'm sure there's going to be plenty of opinions. Remember, it's just opinions. If we're all happy to watch this show. Overall, I've loved the show. Like, it's been really good. It's different. I like the different feel of it to Game of Thrones. But yeah. Anyway, take care.
Thank you. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.